one I saw last year. As Cole said, I said, this thing looks like a couple of guys said, yeah, let's pull this thing out of the weeds and build it. Incredible looking pickup truck. I love the starter. That shit's Chevrolet lighting up the highs on the back end, man. It's going to be an exciting weekend here at Big Tire. Big names doing their deal. All right. I can see that Kevin Bacon's working for some government assistance now. Sorry. All right, so PTP giving a thumbs up down there to the old Chevrolet. What are we looking at? I'm not sure if that is. I think that car's still black. You're talking about Rieger's old car? Yeah, I'm not sure if that's it. I think it's still a black car. Somewhere in the garage. So with that, they're going to pull in the Chevrolet on the right side. We got a name, don't we? Let's just pull that left and find out. Michael Henry Jr. Oh, yeah. So also Raleigh, California, based 70.5 Chevrolet Camaro, 770 cubic inches. Yeah, watch the truck. Keep your eyes on the Dodge truck. Down there, so it's fun to watch the car. Watch the car there. Let that picture here. Now watching isn't that something? And I mean a flat front end in the air right here in that pickup truck. And that'll bring up our next two cars right here at Radio vs. the World. Peter Campbell, West St. Paul, Manitoba, Canada. How about it? Peter's in the house. There goes the greatest tuner in the world, Billy, right there from Texas. That's Billy Hanna. And the whole family down there. So now they'll bring up the Brandon McBride machine. McBride down there, he's another one that won the World Series Pro Modified for this little car. This is the one that Godzilla has tried to set the first time. Went to the sky in a skyline. Number 5 at 483, Peter Campbell at a 439.9, 175. Brings in a Canadian-based Camaro into the field at number 4. Radio vs. the World. What a run right there. Ronnie Hobbs got way over to the left side, stayed with it, goes to number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, left there and here is comes down on the right stage. Thumbs up right there. Randy Merrick, number 1 qualifier. Just disintegrated everybody. What a job. Well done. That is a guy from the Show Me State. Well, he just showed us all. That's for sure. Limited small tire, 70. Small tire, 7 and 8. Limited small tire, 7 and 8, please. Limited small tire, 7 and 8. Radio vs. the World coming up here. There's Jason, I believe, Imperial Construction. Justin, how you doing, Justin Jones? Nice to see you, man. Justin Jones making the trip out here to Las Vegas. One NHR racing right here. She does the best, man. Well deserved. Hard work. So Dave goes down and makes his way through. We'll just had this car in his shop, Larry Jeffers, and done a lot to it throughout the seasons. Kevin Boyd will be out of Petersfield, Manitoba, 67 Pontiac. Super Index, lanes 3 and 4. Super Index to 3 and 4, please. Super Index to lanes 3 and 4. Super Index to 3 and 4. Hold his on his way over there. Hard hit down to the ground. Woody goes down 430 at 171 miles per hour. We won't find out. Well, I can find out. If I go to the button 430, we'll put Woody right there at number 4 in qualifying. 171 miles per hour. So Kevin Foy, on the other hand, man, he just smashed everything. He's going to need some no-dos and maybe an Advil or two. That thing really hit the ground hard. And don't forget Extreme Brands. There's the man, Larry Jeffers, showing off his stuff here this weekend, man. Randy Merrick, number 1. And I'm telling you what, when you come out and make a statement like that in Pro Modified, that is incredible stuff. Mark Woodruff and his company down there, and Andre Ball, of course, and those guys that sponsor that deal. And ladies and gentlemen, the famous Diane Lover in the house this weekend. Don't trip in the water box, young lady. Doing it for the Canadians, right, Diane? Ooh, it's a boot time. All right, so with that, they're down there at Trevor Boulder. Right there, I had one of those pulled the other day. It's right here in the 90 Mustang in the left lane. And Emateria, John Emateria. Well, right, back to fuel, XDR lanes 5 and 6. Back to fuel, XDR lanes 5 and 6. So with that, XDR to 5 and 6, XDR, back to fuel, bringing you XDR to 5 and 6. Anderson, Nevada, Summit sign of the racetrack's going to get his Mustang Madness there first. 943, 1091, 115 in the right side. Here comes the next Lamar Swindell Jr., and that brings up the next 2. And it looks to be in the right lane. It is John Thunderett, Emmett, California, the 64 Chevrolet Nova. Nice looking car. Good guy, John is.
Oh yeah, and popped up by Hubbard is John Thunderett's car.
Isn't that cool?
Like that. And you got Peter Campbell from West St. Paul, Manitoba.
That is a great story. That guy's a spectator. Building the car, wanting to hear a race. So Peter Campbell making his way through here, West St. Paul, Manitoba. Beautiful Camaro in the left lane. I think he's a heavy equipment still.
And I'm not sure. But you know that kind of thing comes from this race.
tell you what, that was incredible. Stayed with it. He'll be coming up in the 68 Chevrolet. No, he won't. I guess he'll be going down. Dave Rogers should be in the 2000 Chevrolet Camaro. Yes, he will. Is the long game. What's his name? Drag race. Ready to take on the neighbor. This is Dave Rogers gets ready to go. Manitoba, California. That'd be Canada, wouldn't it? Jeff Beaumier. Oh, Canada. All right, well, here we go with Rogers and Beaumier. Sure you can't count to 167. Start count. Oh gosh, was that awesome. Number 7 qualified. Number 22 qualified. Here comes Frankie down there. 235, the lanes 5 and 6. 235. So Ross Racing Pistons, limited 235 to the lanes, please. Next. Lanes 5 and 6, please. 235 to lanes 5 and 6, please. So Frankie and miles per hour. Kevin Bacon walking away just like he did. That was a shot heard around the world right there on the Bacon. Man, that's something. Rapidly no. Now they backed up with the guy over here that's part of the presentation of the Catboy Radio Version World. Here comes Woody. Mark Woodruff. This category, he'll be in the left lane in that Chevrolet Corvette. Just had that brand new yellow paint put on that thing this year. Want to get out the cover every magazine in the world with it. Ian will take on Dave Rogers, Lockport, Manitoba, 2000 Chevrolet Camaro. Canadians, the right side. Man, Ronnie Hobbs. Talk about getting the job done. 381. Trying to chase that guy by 210s to 201 miles per hour. I don't think anybody was ready for that Ronnie Hobbs run. Matt Bell, he's got a lot of power. I know he's going the O's. You need to get in there and find that battle for Hobbs out of Illinois. So Dave Rogers, 70 qualifying at 445 in that run. Right there, we'll bring up the next two.
Now we're gonna push it on. Doesn't Chad kind of look like Gizmo from the Gremlins?
Comes Roger Holder. Roger in his beautiful Bakersfield, California-based 68 Chevrolet Nova. He's performing the whole car. Anyway, John Krieviesek coming up out of Selkirk, Manitoba, to Dodge. Will be on the right side. Roger Holder's gorgeous 68 Chevrolet Nova. Colors phenomenal. Needs performance. Such a phenomenal job on that car.
Also looking for that 1060 index, goes 1087 at 126 miles an hour. So Bennett can find that red light. How about 10601 in this triple index category? Again, in triple index, looking for kind of running right on whatever you feel is the closest for your cars. A little kicker. Here's the starting line. He's got those pipes hot, coming and ready. 733, 183 miles an hour for Kevin Boyd. It's a right holds on to the 483, you're right, 44 this time, so stays within a hundredth of where he was at. But how about John Urist? 443 moves John Urist up to the number 8 spot from number 15, picks up 7 spots in this trip down the racetrack. And that's going to bring up the next 2 with Peter Campbell and Robin Goss.
That's right, Campbell, whose lifelong dream for at least 15 of the years of watching this was to be here. He's been here a couple times. This time he said, I'm here to stay. This car's running good. Mark Metzer, who gave him a tuning lesson for the Chevrolet Camaro yesterday, really got him to run his fastest time at 439.9 at 175 miles per hour. How about the legend in the right side out of Wyoming?
Rob Goss, Sheridan, Wyoming, the 2009 bodied in Challenger, currently qualified in the number 11 spot, 4:48, 163 miles an hour, earned him that position. He came in here, qualified in at number 10, just got bumped down a minute ago when John Urist, as you said, and I was trying to figure out if you said that he got all butt sideways or all butt sideways.
All butt sideways.
All butt sideways?
That car, it's not Got down there, she hooked up about the 330-foot mark, and Campbell's 439 turns into a 495, and a good flight, and a good handling job. I gotta tell you what, he saved that thing, got a lot of air under it. How about Rob Goss?
Rob Goss gets back his number 10 spot, went 4:46.0, 164 miles an hour, so he moves back up one spot on the ladder, but man, I think Rob's run was looking good, but it was totally lost behind the wheel stand that was taking place in the left lane.
That was something else. I mean, that was almost like a turtle snapper, snapping turtle, right? I mean, some good stuff going on down there. Here's Kevin Crane, I believe Crane, coming up out of Barstow, California. He'll be in the Mustang that's been here for many, many years. 86 Fox body, number 6 qualifier. And the left side, it is the guy who's got a famous movie out this weekend.
Dave Rogers. Famous movie?
Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Oh, I'm with you now. Mr. Rogers. I got you, I got you. Hopefully he's wearing his cardigan sweater and his nice little slip-ons. No, he's had those shoes. Are they like boat shoes?
Those are like dock shoes, right?
Little doctors, whatever they look. Yeah. You gotta have those. The cardigan sweater wearing Mr. Rogers' left side. And a right side.
Shut it down a little early at 420. He's here 163. How about the left lane?
Left lane for Mr. Rogers, 4:48, 176 miles an hour. Dave will hold on to a 4:45. He'll hold on to the number 9 spot, but Kevin Crane's 4:20, puff pass, moves up to the number 5 spot.
Another battle of the brands.
Kevin Foy and the Firebird coming out of the water box, putting a nice little cloud of smoke up behind the car. Didn't sound right. I went weird.
That's a weird looking tire smoke. Real cloudy. Look at him. I'm just saying.
Like putting creamer in your coffee, Cloudy?
Yeah, like that type of cloudy. You know what I mean? It's kind of roll. Look at his butt. He's going to wear his arm out trying to get the stuff out of the car. That's got to be an experimental tire, so. Yeah.
We'll see. Oh, Trevor Williams. Shout out. What's that? Shout out to Chris Olsen. Shout out, guy. That was great.
So let's see how Foy does. Brooks, Ryan, remember Ryan? 6 or 7. Get out of her and save her for another day. How about 495 up and down on the back end? The chassis is saying, man, is this what I'm really supposed to do? At 130 miles per hour, it'll be number 18, Foy will. How about the left lane for Brooks?
Brooks is going to end up at 463 and just 135 up on the scoreboard. So that 63, 135 will put Brooks at 18. That's where he'll stay for now. But yeah. Again, one of those things where Brian Brooks putting up a nice little run and Kevin Foy on the other side with the front end way up in the air. Everybody's staring at Kevin's car while Brian is just kind of sneaking his way down the racetrack and getting that part done.
Thunderback Valley, short back.
We got more pilots.
Yeah, we got a lot of pilots. Really? Any crop dusters? Oh, you can come in. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome, man. Lamar Swindell, where's Dad at? Where's Pop Swindell? He has got to be excited. He's down there walking around saying, man, we are fast this weekend. J.G. Jacobar, who went to 4:41, and that was dedicated to that guy who came up and got his tickets for tomorrow. And what a deal for that whole team.
Another pilot? A boat pilot? People's like a passport looking thing. You gotta have a passport to pilot a boat? What is this? Okay, so explain to me a boat pilot license. What is this all about? 50-ton master license to pilot a boat. Oh, 178 miles an hour. Rogers trailed a little smoke down there, but wow.
Sorry about
Nice
that.
little run there.
Flipped upside down. We gotta. No way, you can't. Nate just found some guy that has a boat license, man. That's awesome.
For a 50-ton ship.
Take care, my friend. Be safe. 50-ton ship. He took that off the internet. Wait, I'm just kidding. I like the boat. I'm still thinking of the boat license down there.
Alright, so we got our pilot's licenses and boat pilots all squared away. Now one's not twice, but 3 times is the charm on the throttle.
I'm still got tears in my eyes, man. Both young lady parts call.
Parts call.
Direct. They need a 60mm tile wastegate diaphragm.
What was that again?
A 60mm tile wastegate diaphragm.
And you want me to give a parts call for a what?
Yeah, to get that diaphragm up here.
A 60mm?
Yes, tile diaphragm for. He's got a first name. Lance Kinigi, beautiful charcoal gray Mustang.
Thanks for the parts call, Al. Hey, you heard him. Lance Kinigi needs a 60mm, what was it again? Tile, wastegate, diaphragm.
Thank you so much.
Needs a diaphragm.
And I want to tell you what, right now, before the boss leaves, because he's mad at me now.
So again, racer in need, a racer in need. Lance Kinigi, 60mm, tile wastegate diaphragm. If you've got one, please get over there and help them out. You're going to see them coming up here in a little while. It's Peter Campbell and Jason Gagnon. These guys, Jason, 429, 177 miles an hour. Moves him up to the number 4 spot. Peter Campbell goes 452, 161 miles an hour. You go to number 7.
Don't want to put the stuff in the trailer.
Like, if I'm sitting back in the back right now, I'm like, you know what? I'm out. I'm gonna fire it up. I'm gonna go drive through the Christmas lights out here and just kind of cruise through and be like, all right, it was fun, y'all. Thanks for letting me be here.
Unreal, man. That guy's got it going on at 208 miles per hour.
What was the King's name, Mr. Roger?
He just got the bridge to take him out. Whoa, hang on to it. Hang on to it, baby. He did. He got her saved.
We just got a nice little look at kind of that replay of the run from earlier, where it looked like we got right over up against the wall, but did not clip. Everybody replay me, so I'm watching Bangshift because we can.
That is so nice. So with that, we're going to see Jay.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, sitting at the national events talking about alcohol, funny cars, dragsters, whatever it is, there is a certain thing to be said about consistency. It's not basically generation of the horsepower, it's the application of the horsepower. And if you can get that thing locked in on 390s all weekend long, you are going to be very, very tough to beat. Mark Woodruff was good on the tree. Jason Gonzalez was better on the tree, but just didn't have the race car to get there, because Gonzalez ends up running 485, 151 miles an hour. So Ronnie Hobbs and Mark Woodruff, your number 1 and 2 qualifiers. Moving on here, as Kevin Foy and Matt Bell are up next.
Shout out to Illinois for the right sign for Bloomington, Illinois. Matt Bell, his 93 Mustang, the number 4 qualifier, has gone 4.149. 184 miles per hour. Kevin Foy, he was number 19. You know what? We've seen anything in this race. Anything can happen. Never give up. That was really good job. That car is applicated itself to this racing surface. Really get along with this year. Watching that Bell run over the next year.
Kevin Foy rolls the beams. He's trying to put it down to the mat. He slipped through the starting line. Sorry about that, Tucci, but that thing was done. Foy tried to get it down there. It rolled past the beams. It was over. Matt Bell gets the win, 577 at just 86 miles an hour out of the throttle. 9:59 on the 960. Friends on the loss. Michael Hattrick goes one above the index, 961 on that 960 as Hattrick gets the win line and will advance. Now that'll bring out Trevor Mulder. And Nick Hendrick. Hendrick, El Camino of Lake Havasu City, 860 player on the right side, 760 player on the left. Again, in the Super Index category, limited 760, 860, and 960 is the available indexes. And with Hendrick, the El Camino. Back to Laverne now, starting to make his way towards the beam. The Mulder is down that first pre-stage bulb. He's got the top half of the LEDs lit up on his side of the racetrack. Now Kendrick slings him in the pre-stage bulbs as the drivers get that final base hit right above Mulder. Mulder's not messing around. He gets that as far as the tree is concerned. Kendrick is way down there. Here comes Mulder trying to close in at the stripe. Kendrick gets that one done. 874 at 154 miles an hour in the 860 number. Trevor ends up running 893.
And that was a way to drive and win, wasn't it?
You go, Airhead. Airhead. 525 at $147. That's getting it done. Brian Sipe was in trouble. Couldn't get the car to hook up on that left lane, lane number 3. And
speaking of the car I was telling you I woke up thinking about with that nice Nellis Air Force Base landing, but I mean it went 450 feet, came down, laid some sparks down and saved it. It's going to be Peter Campbell coming up at West St. Paul, Manitoba. 68 Chevrolet Camaro. And his buddy Rob. Wait.
so you're getting confirmation here, but apparently it's like the tuner is phoning it in. Rob Zarcone
said he's connected to the live feed and remote connecting his laptop, reading the data and tuning it from his house in Canada.
Well, he just tuned it to a 432 at 175 miles an hour.
How about that, Rob Zarcone? Good move, Rob. Good driving job. You got Siri's flipping out on my phone with that.
We went from O Canada to Go Canada.
There's no possible way he could be doing that from Canada. Oh, he did, man. He told me, looking at the weather.
I'm sorry, Al. I don't know what you're speaking of.
And you can get your car tuned right from these guys right here in town. You got a new Mustang, new Challenger, Charger, whatever. Hellcat. You go right over to the.
They do miracles with those. You know, you get that. Yeah, you get that thing off the factory floor, take it over there to Frank, and basically they'll look at it and go, "Yeah, this thing used to be fast. Now it's faster."
Yeah,
oh, it's cool.
You know, remember the one? Was it last year? We had a few of those stock street cars come in, and they were tuned a lot by him. There were some fast cars right there. Keep your eye on Yee. See if he can make it happen here. So it's Foy Yee on the line.
So with Yee on the right side, Kevin Foy on the left side. Petersfield, Manitoba, Canada. Okay?
Oh man, did he get drilled? I mean, if Maggio's still in the house, he could give him a bit because he just got drilled, dude. Big time. Frank Yee was on his game. 143. Not that that's something to brag about, but a 493, that's enough to smoke a pack of Canadian cigarettes and wait for the green. So Yee, Idaho damage or something, his 589 car couldn't make the call. That'll bring up the next two to the starting line. Well, we think the next two.
One.
Chris Houston has a problem. And Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada based racing team, not making their 90 Mustang to that puddle down there. But if you look to the right, the other Canadian, and Dave Rogers,
Manitoba.
You think he's kind of sweet?
Well, good. He could. King Friday. Who was the little leopard thing? Yeah, that thing. Oh, did you go see that? You saw this? Oh, the documentary. Mr. Rogers, 4.608, 172 miles an hour for Dave Rogers. as he gets the solo shot.
And they'll be back for more Radial versus the World action right there. There's two cars coming out of the water box area. So Peter Campbell coming up out of West St. Paul, Manitoba, Canada. The 68 Chevrolet Camaro. Josh Edwards, the Illinoisan. No, he's not the Illinois. Wrong Edwards. Sitting there in the Chevrolet Camaro the left way. Edwards hits the tire. Look at Campbell, man. That thing is running on a rail at 432. 175. Campbell goes another round. That thing is running so good, man. To the Canadians back there and the Canadians at home. Rob doing a lot of the tuning. What a job you guys are doing. That brings up Bell. And now watch the Canadian. I'm telling you, man, this is a dream of his to be here. Peter Campbell, been a spectator here for many, many years. West St. Paul, Manitoba. Oh yeah, eh? Is that, you know where that is located? He's a heavy equipment salesman. Sells all the big backhoes and all the types of tractors, dozers, you name it. Number 8 qualifier. Man, that thing should have got the award for the strap down guys, you know, the snapper. Oh, he landed like he was over at the Air Force Base. He brought that thing down. And pieces coming off of Dave Rogers' Chevrolet Camaro. Campbell takes advantage. 434, 174. Let's go to the incrementals, man, because these guys were on it. Reaction times really close. 129 to Rogers, 162 to Campbell. 60 foot, 115 to a 114 to Campbell. You get to the 330, that's where all the stuff started coming loose. 310 to a 293. And man, Campbell got down there to the 8th and gets a victory for Manitoba. And all the ice skaters that are sharpening their skates and waxing their sticks right now this weekend. Remember, hey, this is no joke. We've had winter early in Chicago.
No, I was thinking they're probably out there towing those ice fishing sheds.
Oh, the sheds. Yeah, the sheds.
Campbell went by him so fast, blew his doors off on the side.
Oh yeah, I don't know what he blew off, but something came up straight up over there in the left lane. 77 was just a moment ago from Dobbs, and now Woody goes 375 to show the world he may be the Radial versus the world champ here today if he can keep her together. What a deal! Here's Peter Campbell, the Canadian.
And how about Jason Gagnon? Rolling back out here. Jason and the team taking it back and thrashing after that wheel stand of the weekend that got him them snapping turtle tie downs. That car was up there on one tire at one point. Had to go back, put it back together. The wheel was definitely, like it had the gangster lean going like nuts on that passenger side front tire. They were able to get it put back together after the broken front suspension. Brought it out here the last go round on a solo shot. We're able to get a nice little test lap on it. And they're going to get tested right here by Peter Campbell. How about two of the best movies of the weekend side by side?
Oh, look at this work, man. This car is just working. He ain't got the big 3-second numbers, but meant 440, 174 for Campbell. And Rob, back home, you're doing a fantastic job tuning that car. I mean, right when it wants to lift, it shifts, or he's got the tune-up change, so the car stays on the pavement, goes straight down. Terrific job for Campbell and company driving it. What a drag race here in Radio versus the World.
Well, I'll tell you, it was
Matt Bell out of Bloomington, Illinois. And the Canadian, Campbell. Sitting there, Peter Campbell out of West St. Paul, Manitoba, the 68 model, beautiful silver Chevrolet. Kevin Bacon is walking back with Rachel Yee, who's done a great job driving and teaching someone to drive, which was cool this weekend.
Yeah, she's the other half of Voodoo Racing Innovations.
She's the better half of Voodoo Racing Innovations. By far.
Plenty of spectators hanging tight with us all day and all evening. Appreciate you guys hanging with us. Make sure you're taking plenty of videos and pictures, splash them all over your favorite social media things. There you have it, Campbell. Lighting them up just like Matt Bell over there on the other side. Mustang against Camaro, another Chevy against Ford matchup. Just have to swap them things up.
So in XDR, I just got the word from the tuner down there that this is a true street car with two style fuel tanks in it in the left lane from Canada. Steel doors, power windows. And he drives it at long cruises, 3,500 pound car. When he rolls the windows down, it goes over 200. A little more info. Thank you, Rob Zarcone, the tuner. Sitting back in Canada, and I wish he'd send prayers to his wife, who will go through surgery, not being able to make it here. Here we go. Keep your eyes on. He's got his hands full here with Bell, though. There we go. Look at Bell, man. Look at this race. Bell trying to stay with him. And look at Campbell. He stayed into her long. 432. He's gone faster and faster all afternoon. 176 miles per hour. Bell puts a 4.111 and 184 on the boards to advance to another round as the #1 qualifier in XDR. Ronnie Hobbs will meet up with the Canadian in the final. Well, here comes the Radio versus the World final. Crowler bringing you the action here this weekend. M&M transmission.
Carolina and M&M transmissions.
Carolina, here we go.
$15,000 on the line.
15 big ones. Canada or US? Someone's going to love to have to trade that in for Canadian, wouldn't they? It's a dollar value now.
Or it's like Keith Peterson said, some of their colored money.
Looney and Goonie,
Whatever it's called.
Toonies.
It's dollars. Anyway, Peter Campbell,
Ronnie Hobbs.
West St. Paul, Manitoba, 68 Camaro on the left side, eh?
You have to say how impressive Ronnie Hobbs has run down this track. I mean, it seemed like every single run. And we said he went from the 90s, the 80s to the 70s. And showed us how impressive this car is. The old 74 Auto machine out of Sykeston, Missouri, of Daniel Ferris. That was his old Pro Mod car that was on its way to setting many records. But man, it has really turned into a good one here in Radio versus the World. Here they come to the starting line. Get ready for Peter Campbell. Being tuned out of Canada. He's got his 3 buddies with him. Can he do it? That's the question.
Well, in qualifying, they were separated by half a second. They've been that way almost all day long. Does Peter Campbell pull out a miracle here in Vegas. Ronnie Hobbs ain't gonna let that happen. Hobbs to the stripe, 398, 167 miles an hour. Hobbs looked like he was out of the throttle to only go 167. Peter Campbell, 436 at a $1.75. But Ronnie Hobbs, the car quit on him, still runs 398 and gets the win light.
Banner is still not. For my mom was the first one I built, but I built balls on it. That's awesome. 7 customers over a 5-year period. So yeah. Yeah. Right. Got you much. And like the.
Hey, Mel, if you ever need any profit in there,
Good? Yeah.
I've heard one. This guy right here. I remember doing shots with this guy once. It was really cold. That was a turkey race that one year.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right.